Imagine walking home on a crisp autumn night, the streets empty, the only sound the rustling of leaves beneath your feet. Suddenly, a chill runs down your spine as you stumble upon a crime scene, the police tape a grim reminder that something is terribly wrong. This is the world of cold cases, where the lines between reality and nightmare are blurred, and the search for truth is a never-ending journey. You find yourself standing at the edge of a dense forest, the trees towering above you like sentinels. The air is heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. It's a place where time stands still, where the past and present collide. This is where the story of Britain's cold cases begins, a journey that will take you down a dark and winding road, where the truth is hidden behind a veil of secrets and lies. As you step into the forest, the silence is oppressive, punctuated only by the sound of twigs snapping beneath your feet. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched, that unblinking eyes are trained on you from the shadows. And then, you stumble upon a clearing, and in the center, a solitary figure stands, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that has unfolded. You're walking along a deserted street, the streetlights casting long shadows behind you. The air is cool and crisp, with a hint of rain on the horizon. Suddenly, you hear a faint whisper in your ear, a soft voice that sends shivers down your spine. It's a voice that speaks of secrets and lies, of crimes that have gone unpunished for far too long. As you turn a corner, you're met with a sight that makes your blood run cold. A crime scene, the police tape a grim reminder of the tragedy that has unfolded. The streets are empty, the only sound the soft hum of the police radios and the muted voices of the detectives. You can't help but wonder what secrets lie behind the yellow tape, what stories the victims might tell if they could speak. And then, you see it, a small piece of paper on the ground, a cryptic message that reads, "The truth is hidden in plain sight." You're sitting in a dimly lit room, the walls lined with files and photographs. The air is thick with the scent of old paper and stale coffee. A detective sits across from you, his eyes red-rimmed from lack of sleep. He's been working on the case for months, following every lead, every tip, every hint of a clue. But the more he digs, the more he realizes that nothing is as it seems. The victims, the suspects, the motives, everything is shrouded in mystery. As he pores over the evidence, he begins to notice a pattern, a thread that weaves its way through the cases. It's a thread that leads him down a dark and twisted path, a path that threatens to consume him whole. And then, he receives a call, a whispery voice on the other end that sends chills down his spine. "You're getting close," the voice says. "But you'll never be close enough." You're standing in a crowded room, the noise and chaos a stark contrast to the silence and solitude of the previous scenes. The air is thick with the scent of perfume and sweat, the sounds of laughter and music filling the air. But as you look around, you begin to notice something strange. A figure stands in the corner, a figure that seems out of place. They're watching you, their eyes fixed on you with an unnerving intensity. As you turn to leave, you feel a hand on your shoulder, a hand that spins you back around. And then, you see it, a revelation that turns everything on its head. The figure in the corner, the one watching you, is not who you expected. It's someone from the past, someone you thought was long gone. But as you look into their eyes, you realize that they're not here to harm you. They're here to reveal a truth that will change everything. You're standing in a quiet graveyard, the headstones stretching out before you like a sea of forgotten memories. The air is cool and crisp, with a hint of rain on the horizon. As you walk through the graves, you notice a figure in the distance, a figure standing alone beside a headstone. It's a detective, the same one from the previous scenes. He's standing beside the grave of one of the victims, his eyes fixed on the headstone. As you approach, you see the look of sadness and regret on his face. He's thinking about the case, about the victims and their families. He's thinking about the secrets and lies, the twists and turns that led him down a dark and winding path. And then, he speaks, his voice barely above a whisper. "I'm sorry," he says. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. You're sitting in a dark room, the only sound the soft hum of a computer in the background. The air is thick with the scent of old paper and stale coffee. A detective sits across from you, his eyes red-rimmed from lack of sleep. He's been working on the case for months, following every lead, every tip, every hint of a clue. As he looks at you, you see the weight of the world bearing down on him. He's thinking about the victims, about their families and loved ones. He's thinking about the secrets and lies, the twists and turns that led him down a dark and winding path. And then, he speaks, his voice barely above a whisper. "We'll never give up," he says. "We'll never stop searching for the truth." But as you look into his eyes, you see a glimmer of doubt, a hint that the truth may be more elusive than he ever imagined. And then, the lights flicker and die, plunging the room into darkness. The detective's voice is the last thing you hear, a whisper in the darkness. "The truth is out there," he says. "But will we ever find it?" As the darkness closes in, you're left with a haunting question: what secrets are still hidden in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered? Will the truth behind these cases ever be fully revealed, or will they remain forever shrouded in mystery? Let us know your theory in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more true crime content, and join us next time as we delve into the unknown. But be warned, once you start down this path, there's no turning back. The truth is out there, but will you be brave enough to face it?